Yeah, some type of toy store, I would guess. Unsafe toys, because I had been playing with some of them, and I'll tell you, I was like, you know, this pogo stick is going to hurt somebody. I don't know who's gonna, it's bad on your back, and it's not sturdy to... So, right, that's what I was thinking. So, anyway, so I had to get something, and it was getting late, and I didn't want to deal with the traffic. I wanted to get into the carpool lane, so I bought a blow-up doll, which they had, and I don't know if I didn't blow it up properly, or... Anyway, it was deflating. It was losing air. That's the... And so I had to pull over on the side of the road, and why they put the valve in the crotch area, I don't know. It's silly, is what it is. It's silly. So there I am on the side of the road, blowing up, Linda, I named her, and, that's when there's a knock at the window. And it's a cop, of course, you know, and I thought, okay, this does not look good at all, you know. And it does not help matters any that I'm naked, and I'll tell you why that is. Well, if you're going to buy a blow-up doll, be forewarned that they do not come with clothes. I don't know what that's about, but there's no clothes or anything. You can't even dress them up. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to look like a crazy person driving around with a naked passenger, you know. I'm not stupid. So there I am, naked, well, except for the harness. I bought a harness. And... and a captain's hat and a paddle. And so, there I am on the side of the road getting handcuffed in my harness and a captain's hat and a paddle holding Linda. And the cop said, "You have the right to remain silent." I was like, finally, that's what I've been looking for all along. It's hard to find the silence, isn't it? It's just hard. Even when it's silent, it's not silent. Even at night when you're trying to go to sleep, it's just quiet. Your head just doesn't stop. Your brain just goes and goes and goes. All these non sequitur, fragmented, weird thoughts that just pop into your head. That's when you find out how boring you actually are. Because it's just you. It's just your thoughts. You're trying to go to sleep. You're all of a sudden, I like grapes. That was a good restaurant we went to today. Some good tuna salad. Not too much mayo. I should start making my own tuna salad. Silly to go out and pay for something I can make at home. I should order something I don't know how to make, like eggplant parmigiana or something like that. I've never really liked eggplant, but the parmigiana sounds interesting. Oh, I think I left money in my pants. If it's a 1, I don't care, but if it's a 20, I want to get that out of there. It's fun to find money, though. That's fun. You're not really finding money, it's your money. I gotta remember that. Money in the pants, 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 money in the pants. What's in the pants? Money, money in the pants. M and the P, M and the P, M and the P, M and the P, M and the P. Oh, now I have to pee. I just peed. I don't really have to pee. I just think I have to pee. If I don't pee now and I get up in the middle of the night, I'm going to be mad I didn't pee now. If I get up to pee, I should check for the money in the pants. No, then I'm going to wake up too much. I'm just going to keep my eyes closed and pee with my eyes closed. Get back in bed. That's when the weird images start. That's the next phase. Just these images, just a giant olive. What? Cloris Leachman's face. How come? And that's when the song starts. And you cannot stop the song for anything. The more you try to stop the song, the more the song goes over and over and over again in your head. Just, oh, come, please, just, by Menon. Stop it, please, stop. By Menon. Stop it, please, shut up. Shut up. And then you hear, shut up. Who's talking? And that's when you realize that it's your inner child just playing with you, just talking back and forth to you. Because you don't play with your inner child anymore, so your inner child's wide awake and just wants to play. And here you are negotiating with your inner child at night. Please, I have a very busy day tomorrow. Oh, please, I have a very busy day. Bye, Menon, stop it. That's why people are so angry and grumpy and rageful all day long, because their inner child has kept them up all night long and they're exhausted, and the inner child is just sound asleep now. That child doesn't go anywhere. We still have that child in us. Each one of us has that child that we need to play with every day, and we would sleep better. I don't know what happens, but somewhere along the way, we just get so jaded and we lose that joy and that bliss. When you look in a child's eyes, they're happy with just about every single thing. They're so simple. Just watching them learn how to walk. Their eyes are just, they can't believe they're walking. They're so excited that they're walking, and just that's so happy for them. And then we get older and we're just, I gotta walk. No, I'll get it. We lose that sense of play that we should all just, I don't know why do we stop playing games, you know? Just play, just go up to a total stranger tomorrow on the street. Just go up to him and just touch him and go, you're it, and just run away. It would be so fun, you know? Maybe they were here, they'll do it back to you. Just try it tomorrow, you know? Have a giant game of tag going on the street all the time. Everybody playing with their briefcases and backpacks, walking along. Who's it? I don't. Oh, I'm it. No, you're it. Oh, you're it. You're it. At work, just play. When your boss comes in looking for you, just play hide and seek. Just duck behind the desk. Just. What are they going to do, fire you? Well, she's playing hide and seek. Children are so amazing. They just remind you of just how simple things should be, you know? I have a godchild that is the most beautiful thing in the world to me. My godchild she's an angel. She's just a little precious, just ray of light. She's 2 or 6, or I don't know, but she's... Kids have fun so easily. You're on a plane and there's a kid in front of you, a 2-year-old or a 4-year-old, and peekaboo, that's all they need. They don't care about in-flight entertainment, anything. Peekaboo is enough for them to just to make them giggle. All it takes for you to make a little kid just giggle is go, boo, and they duck down, they're so excited. They never get tired of that game, though. They will play from here to Paris. They just, a couple hours in, you're trying to end that game. I don't know, my imagination is, that stops me sometimes. When you're a kid, imagination is fun and nobody tries to stop it. When you get older, you all of a sudden use your imagination to keep you from doing things. At least for me. Like, I'll want to do something and I'll just think, oh, what if? You know that thing? Let's say, for instance, I'm out of cheese, okay? And then I'll think, oh, but what if I go to the store and they're out of cheese? I'd be like, how can you be out of cheese? And they'd be like, what do you mean, how can we be out of cheese? You're out of cheese. People run out of cheese. Then I'd be like, yeah, but you're a store. You should have cheese stocked up in the back for people like me coming in looking for cheese. And then that's when they send the manager over who thinks he's so cool for being the manager because his picture's framed in front of the store because he's the manager, you know? And he'd be like, what seems to be the problem, ma'am? Which to me is so condescending, like little lady, you know? And I'd be like, the little lady's problem. He'd be like, who's a little lady? I'd be like, shut up and listen to me. You're out of cheese, and I want some. And he's like, well, how about some cottage cheese? Like, he's gonna negotiate the situation. He's a diplomat, because he's the manager, you know? And I'd be like, I don't want cottage cheese, I want cheddar cheese. Sharp cheddar cheese is what I came in for. Sharp cheddar cheese and cottage cheese are not the same things. Just because it has the name cheese in the title doesn't make it a cheese at all. That'd be like going to a musical instrument store and saying, I'd like to buy a trumpet, and they say, oh, I'm sorry, we're all out of trumpets, but would you like a shoehorn? See, that's not the same thing, is it, Mr. Manager? Thank you for the shoehorn, you know. And he starts getting all nervous and everything because a crowd is formed and he starts feeling humiliated because they're all sitting around mumbling, what seems to be the problem? I don't know, she wants some cheese. And so he just slaps me right across the face. And so that's when Skip, the part-time guy who works there, who hates the manager because he thinks he's so cool for being the manager and treats Skip like shit because he's just the part-time guy. And Skip's going to quit in the fall and go back to school anyway. He doesn't even need the money. He's from a wealthy family. He's just doing it for the experience because his family wants him to work one summer. So anyway, so he takes the hose and he goes to spray the manager right in the eye, right? And so, but that's when he's leaning down to pick up the cottage cheese. So he misses him and he gets this old woman who's standing right behind him. She's there picking out an avocado because the older you get, the less you eat, and all she wants is the avocado. So she screams out, my eye! I've been sprayed in the eye with a produce hose. And so then that's when her nephew, who's visiting from Austin, Texas, is 2 aisles over picking out tortilla chips because he's thinking they're going to have some guacamole. Little does he know, it's one avocado. And so he starts running, I'll help you, Aunt so-and-so, running. And then when he's running down the aisle, he slips on the water from the produce hose, breaks his leg, breaks his arms, bruises 2 ribs right there, gets a stitch put in his cheekbone, just one, but still it's a stitch. Chaos breaks out, and it's all over. Hard copy and Entertainment Tonight, Access Hollywood, lesbian demands cheese, causes riot. And I'm like, I don't even want the cheese. You know? To me, the key to being fashionable, and I've been interviewed on this hundreds of times, is standing out but fitting in. That's what it is. You don't want to wear something too wild that somebody notices and is kind of freaky, you know, but you also don't want to wear some outfit that someone could have the exact same thing on when you show up at the party. That's embarrassing. I don't know if that's happened to you, but that's happened to me twice. Both times it was William Shatner. And I'll tell you something. I think I look better in the tube top, and I'll say it. I don't know. I dress kind of boring. I don't care. I don't go for the trendy stuff. I don't understand. Sometimes I think the fashion designers are just trying to see what they can get away with, you know? They come up with some of these things, and I'm just looking at them. Like I'm talking about the sarong or the sari, which is the same thing, I think. And if not, I'm sarong and sorry. But... There was a time that there was a dressing room. You walked into a door, a whole door, and you could close the door and you could try on clothes and cry or whatever you do in the dressing room. But you had a door. There's no door any longer. You go to try on clothes and the door is just getting higher and higher up and lower down. You're trying to get undressed behind a piece of 2x4 back there. You're just... People can see the underwear going down around your ankles, you know. I don't know about you, but I always take my underwear off no matter what I'm trying on. Just a habit, really.